Hey everybody, how you doing? Let's go ahead and get started. I'm really excited about today. So the goal for today is that I am going to show you how to use all of the new features in Fundy Designer here with the new beta release. Ali, you're on screen. You want to kill your video? And then Jack, your audio is on too. So we're going to get started here in a little bit. I'm going to go ahead and share my screen, and then let's go ahead and once we get started, we will start going into the storyteller group on Facebook. So let's see, I have everything going here. Hopefully you can see my screen. I'm going to go ahead and turn off my video. There we go. So everybody should be able to see my screen. Turned off video, so we should be good. Now let's go ahead and stream live into the Facebook group, and we'll go ahead and get started. Jack and Ali, can you pop in here? Just one of you pop in here real quick and let me know if the audio and the screen share is coming through correctly. All right, so let's go ahead and go live here. Okay, everybody, so now we are ready to go live, and I'm here to show you how to use all of the new features in Fundy Designer with the brand new card designer. This is to show you how to use these features because we'll be releasing the public beta a little bit later today into the storyteller group. So this webinar is some pre-training, and then after that, we will be posting the beta live. So first of all, here is Card Designer. Let me show you how to use Card Designer, and then we will show you the design library, how to use the new designs in all of the new modules, as well as the slideshow module. So if you have any questions, go ahead, comment on Facebook, or if you're in the actual webinar itself, just use the Q&A section, and we're happy to answer those questions. So to design a card, the very first thing is just under Card Designer, click New Card, and we have all of the standard sizes in here. So these sizes are available to direct order from Miller's currently, and then hopefully we'll be adding an international option. But you can always click Export and order directly through your lab. So let's go ahead and do a 5x7. I'm going to do a horizontal. You can do a folded card if you want, and just name that card just like anything else. And once you start the card designer, the first thing you can do is select from all of these designs. All of these designs will be included in Fundy Designer at launch. You can filter down to the type, so you can see just the baby, graduation, holiday, etc. Or you can start with a blank card and design your own. Now, if you want to see more design options, we can open the design library, and we can go to all of the card designs. And to see these, you will need to be connected to the internet because we're streaming off the server. And again, you can filter. So let's go ahead and filter down to just holiday cards. So let's filter down to the holiday cards. Here's all the holiday ones. So this one looks great. This one looks great, so I'm going to click download, and then now that will be part of my Fundy Designer. You don't need to do that anymore, and you'll notice that as I hover over this option, it says that it's installed. So now we have this holiday design, so I'm going to select that holiday design, and then just drag in the photo or photos that I want to include there. So remember, this is just a drop zone, just like Album Builder. So if you want to include more than one photo, we can just drop those in there also. I'm going to do that. Here's the holiday card, and we can move this around, obviously. We can change the color, and then we have a text item also. So let's go ahead and let's make this a little bit smaller. Move this up in the corner so it pops a little bit more. And then we will edit the text. and you can edit the font, etc. The new font is searchable, so really, really easy. And then I'm going to go peek on the back, and I'm going to bring in my studio logo. So I don't have any logos here, so let's go ahead and I'm going to search my computer for a logo. Because I have my logo here. I probably also have some logos from some other photographers here. Let's see what we got here. Here's Moire Creative's logo. So I'm going to bring that in here. I'm going to import that. Must have been a JPEG. Probably went into, I think it was a JPEG, so it went into my images set. So let's go ahead and search for that logo again. Let's bring in the white one. All right, so now that we have imported that, let me move this out of the way so I can see what's going on here. There's my Fundy logo, and I can drop that in and replace that. Now you'll notice that it's white, and I can't see because it's on white. So I have a couple options. I can change the background color, or I can change the color of the logo. So any PNG item, you can change the color by doing a simple color overlay. So you don't have to worry about changing the colors of anything or doing anything like that. So I'm going to bring that in, and then you can put in your website address, etc., and then it's ready to order. So let's go ahead and edit that. And once you're done, we hit the export. We can export for print, or we can order that direct from Miller's Lab. So if you're going from Miller's Lab, this currently is not turned on, so we won't be able to demonstrate this today. Probably with the public beta, we will have Miller's live ordering ready next week. We want to do a little bit more testing with that before we release it to the public, but that'll be ready. So I go ahead and close that. I'm going to export that for print, and then it's ready for print. So that's how you design a card. Super simple, super easy. If you're used to album design, this is going to be a walk in the park. Now let's jump over to album. So I've created an album here. It doesn't matter what lab you use. So you'll see some new options here under the auto design. So let me show you with regular designs first. So first, I have this project actually with a bunch of different kind of photos, so I can demonstrate some of these different photos here. So let's bring just these family style images. So one of the things that you are going to see is we've put in min and max spread here, which is great. So let's go ahead and do 20 pages, and we can put in where we want to have a maximum of 3 photos per spread available with a minimum of 1. So I know a lot of people have asked the ability to do just 1 photo per page, really simply, and that's how you can do it. You can do a minimum of 2 per spread, and then I can show you some new designs. So this is the album style. Let's go ahead and click that design. So again, super easy. All the other options are still there. Now let's go to the auto design. Let's look at the design style. So here's some design styles. Let me go ahead and click this download more. And here are some album design styles. So let's look at some family designs. Okay, so here, let's do for this reach for the stars. So, oh, it says that's installed already. Let me go look. Is that installed? It is. Oh wait, Family Design 6, yep. So that's installed. So I'm gonna choose that Family Design 6. We're going to keep everything else just like it was, and I am going to click the design. Right, so here are, look at that, isn't that awesome? And then very simply, you can go into your quick design picker. You can choose any of the regular layouts, or under design sets, I have this Family Album Design 6. And I can say, oh, I want that one here. And remember, just like I said, any of these overlay colors you can change. So maybe, maybe I want a darker black. And let's go ahead and bring the opacity down a little bit. Looks like we need to check that. So let's do a little bit more of a gray color. There we go. Right, super simple. And then remember, these are not templates, so we can bring this over here. If we actually wanted to bring this all the way over here, we could go back to white. And lay that on top. So you're still in full control even with these album design sets. So that's why we're not calling them templates, because really they aren't templates. They're a design set that you're in full control. So again, beautiful album, super easily done. And you'll also notice this new icon under albums, and that will give you access to any PNG that you've downloaded with your sets. Right? So this reach for the stars or play, this is available here. So I can take that play and drag it onto here, go into this, change the overlay. So that's now available for me in any of the designs. How awesome is that? So that's how you use a design set, and remember, they're always available. Now, let's go back into design sets. Let's go into the design library. So you'll notice many of these album designs have the blue infinity mark on. That means you have to have a subscription to Pro Enhancements. So that subscription to Pro Enhancements is what enables us to keep adding to these designs, right? So that's that $179 a year, and that includes so much. Actually, let's go and look at just what that includes here, because it's really insane, the value of what that Pro Enhancements includes, right? So it includes unlimited online album proofing, the new design library, all of that skin retouching, being able to export HD slideshows. So let's take a look at just the value of that. So if you take all of those things and you add them up, if you were to purchase them separately or use a different online proofing service or a different slideshow service and the skin retouching, it would be over $5,000 a year in just all of those assets that we've added in, and you get all of this for $179 a year. It's really incredible, the number of designs and everything that you get. So let's take a quick look. We have the album designs, which you saw, right? So we have all of these album designs, and I'm going to show you a few more. I'm going to click here, and I'm going to sort by matted albums. So I'm going to add that one in here. And then that one in here, okay? And we also have the Fineo matted album coming, doing a little bit of testing on that one right now, but I'm gonna show you at the Graphy Studio matted albums in just a second. So in addition, we have all of this new music, wall collections, some frame print collections. If you're a fan of Intuition to Succeed, there are wall collections in here, and then also Bay photo collections are also in there. And then we have stock rooms. So check out all these new stock rooms that are coming. Super, super awesome. You can sort by room type, so we have desk, dining room, fireplace, living room. So some really, really cool stuff in there, and obviously we'll be adding to that. So now let's check out and see how easy it is to design that matted album. So you saw how easy it was to design a card and a regular album. So I'm gonna go ahead, let's go ahead and clear this. And let's filter down to some wedding photos. All right, so these will be good enough here. We have 49, so we'll do just a nice little short album. Let's do a 30-page album. We have 49 photos, and from here, let's go ahead and scroll down. And so here is a Graphy matted album. and then I'm going to click Design, and that's it. So you'll look, see this beautiful design. Looks like we have an empty drop zone there, which is fine. I'm going to bring that in there. I'm not really a fan of this first design. That was originally made for a horizontal album, but I think, so let's go take a look at some of the designs available in this matted album. That looks much better. So I'm going to select that one. And so not only do you get an auto design with the matted album, but you also get the ability to go through and look at all these pre-made designs that fit that matted album. So with Graphy Studio, just design your matted album with a with a black keystroke, and then make sure you have enough spacing, and that's it. So let's take a look at that. Looks great. That's going to be a great matted album. Imagine all the matte around there. So the ability to design these graphic-based albums, but then also matted albums, is amazing. So let's go ahead and clear that, and let's do a high school senior album. So let's filter down to some high school senior stuff. Right, here's some high school senior. Whoa, looks like we got a dog action going on out there. I don't know if you guys can hear that. So grad album, let's do the grad album. Hit the design. Let's try that one more time. I think we have too few photos per page. Actually, let's clear them in the max, because that's probably throwing it off. Look at that. Look at that. Beautiful. You probably noticed that there are some PNGs that are repeating here. That will be fixed in the final build. Work on that, some complex math, but super easy. Design those high school senior albums. Let's filter down to, what do we have? Let's do some baby stuff here. There's some baby stuff, so let's do an auto design with the baby album. Super easy. So easy. Let's do 20 pages and see what happens. All right, super cool, right? Okay, so those are the design sets. Now let's take a look at the slideshow. When you create a slideshow, so obviously you have the option to add images, all images, favorite images, etc. For album, you can choose to add an album like you could, some wall art, and then you'll see a new card option. So you can throw those card options into there. So you can show a card in your slideshow, because the slideshow is really not about showing off the photos, but showing off that final printed product. So that's that. Now, I want to show you the update to the order builder. So let me go ahead, let's go ahead and design an album that's fairly long. Let's bring, there we go. Oops, I do not want to do a baby album with, okay, so here we have a wedding album. We designed, let's see, how many pages did we design? We designed 40 pages. So under orders with the product pricing, I want to show you a couple new tabs. One is the album tab. So let's say you sell your albums a la carte. So let's do a la carte pricing. Your base pricing, let's say it's $1,500 for that base album. Let's say you price per page, and let's say there's 30 pages in that base album, and let's say it's $75 extra per page. So I've added that pricing. So now let's say package A album. So let's say your base price is $0 because the base of the album is included in that wedding package. And let's say you price per photo. So let's say you include 50 photos in the album, and then each extra photo is $75. So I'm gonna add that. So you can have as many album pricing options as you want. You can have it however you want. So I'm gonna go ahead and save that. So when you add an album to your client pricing, I'm gonna choose that album. You can choose your pricing. right? So here's the a la carte. It gives you your base, and there's 10 extra pages for your total. So it auto-calculates that total when you add it to your client order. Really cool. It's gonna be great for in-person sales with albums. And then now you'll notice there's no base price, but extra $75 per photo. And then the X number of photos that were included in there. I think we said 50 images are included, so there's 19 extra photos. 19 times 75 apparently is this much money, because I didn't do the math. So that's really cool. Product pricing, obviously you can add your card pricing. So, you know, package of 25 cards can be $100. Package of 50 cards can be $150. So you can set this up however you want. And then additionally, we have a new section for other products, right? So you can sell anything in the Fundy Designer order builder. So let's say a box of matted prints, $1,500, add. I'm going to save that. So now let's open up that order builder, and we can see when we want to add a card. Let's choose this card, and we can choose which pricing we want and add that to the order. Let's go ahead and add the album. Oops, the album with the a la carte pricing. And then let's go ahead and add other, and we have that box of matted prints. I'm going to add that, and then we choose which photos we want to put in that box of matted prints. Super cool, right? So that is the walkthrough. Let's go ahead. I'm going to pop in, see if we have any questions here. Let's hop on. If you have any questions, just post those in the Q&A. Looks like everything's been answered there. And then if you have questions, keep commenting. I'm going to stay on here just for a little bit and let Ali and Jack whisper in if there's any questions that they want me to answer live. And I'll just show you the design library one more time before we tune out. And again, the beta will be ready sometime today. Just watch in the Storyteller group. I'm going to post the beta in there, and then I'm also going to not only post the beta, but I'm also going to pin that post to the top of our Facebook group so you all can jump in and play later today. You should also note there will be some speed improvements you'll see, but we have a lot of other speed improvements coming. All right, so let's go ahead and open the design library. Right, so here's all the albums. I'm going to scroll through real slow so you can see how great these albums are. We have a couple albums designed by Chrisman Studios. We have some family albums and high school seniors, grad, some matted albums. We have a great portfolio album, which are really cool. So let's go ahead. I'm going to do personal. We have this great portfolio album here. And then for wedding, we also have another one, single photo per page album. So if you just want one photo on a page, that's perfect. For card designs, right? So we went through this. So it's really, really cool. Vertical, horizontal. We got babies, ton of grad cards, holiday cards, high school senior, so many awesome stuff. Thank you cards, save the date cards, really, really cool stuff. So we hope you love those. Music, you can sort by kind. We have baby, family, senior, and wedding. So wall collections, we'll be adding more to this over February, so we'll have more collections available in March, but this is great. For example, let's go ahead and download the Bay photo collections. I'll let those load. And then we also have the stock rooms over here. We have all of these kinds of stock rooms. So when we go into the wall art, and we go into our layout section. Let's give a moment for the program to catch up. And again, we'll be adding a lot to the speed of the program over February. So let's go with the wall collections. All right, so here are all of the Bay photo collections here. So you can see all the sizes on there. So simply choose that collection and start dropping those photos in. Or you can drop the photos in and then choose the collection. Totally up to you. So some really, really cool stuff there. I think you're gonna love it. All right, if you have any questions, let me know. Again, beta, we were targeting about 11 a.m. for the beta, but I don't think that's going to happen. So most likely, I'm gonna turn the video on. So most likely you're gonna see the beta sometime this afternoon. It's currently 11 a.m. Pacific here. You'll see it by the end of day here, so probably look for the beta going live after lunch sometime Pacific, and we'll get that out to you. And again, this is the reference on how to use this. These are just all of the new features. If you're brand new to Fundy Designer, I would recommend sticking with the regular production version until the final version comes out. If you've been using Fundy Designer for a year or two and you feel really comfortable with it, then we'd love it if you would hop on the beta. Help us find those little niggly bugs out there and make sure that they don't get into that final version. It's kind of a team effort here because everybody there's so many different computer configurations out there now that you guys going in there playing around really helps us out a lot. So hope you love this webinar, and if you have any questions, just keep commenting below in the Facebook Live, and we will keep you up to date, and I think it's going to be a great, great release. I think you're going to love this new March release.